Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in the previous video, I already solved PYQs of a projectile motion, right? So today we are going to solve next PYQs of a motion in a plane. And in the last video, I already solved till 2022, right? And now today we are going to solve other PYQs of a vectors and projectile motion, right? And this question is from NEET 2019, right? So what this question saying, the speed of a swimmer in still water is 20 meter per second. The speed of the river is water is 10 meter per second and flow due to east. So like I saw that what the question telling that in this question, they are telling that, okay, suppose water is flowing in the east direction, right? And person going to move in the shortest path, right? And in this question, what they are telling that the speed of a swimmer in still water means speed of a man with respect to water they have given. Speed of man with respect to water they have given how much? 20 meter per 20 meter per second. And then after that they are saying the speed of the river water means velocity of water with respect to ground they have given 10 meter per second. Means this is like this. Velocity of water, this is velocity of water with respect to ground, that is 10 meter per second, and that angle, and they are asking this angle theta, so that velocity of water with respect to ground. And in this question what they are saying, if he is standing on the south bank and wishes to cross the river along the shortest path, the angle at which he should make his strokes with respect to the north, so he north is given by, so they are saying that at what angle he strokes so that they cover a shortest path, right? So I know that this is sine theta is equal to, just 1 minute, sine theta is equal to perpendicular. This is perpendicular means velocity of water with respect to ground upon hypotenuse velocity of man with respect to water. Velocity of water with respect to ground they have given 10 and velocity of man with respect to ground 20. So this comes out to be 1 by 2. So sine theta is equal to 1 by 2 means theta is equal to 30 degree. Getting my point? So theta is equal to 30 degree. Right. You understand now? In this question, what they're telling that the speed of a swimmer is 20 meter per second and the speed of river is 10 meter per second, and the person wanted to freely move in the shortest path. So what angle they will move so that they crosses the shortest path, right? So they are saying that 30 degree best. So which option? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Right. So shall I proceed for the next question? Right. When an object is shot from the bottom of a long, in this question what they are telling that when an object is shot from the bottom of a long smooth inclined plane kept at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal, it can travel a distance of x1 along the plane. But when the inclination is decreased to 30 degrees, the same object is shot with the same velocity, it can travel a distance of x2. So let me explain with the diagram that what the question telling that this is our inclined plane, right? So in this inclined plane, there is an object. There is an object that is on an inclined plane and at the bottom, right? And they have given two cases. And just 1 minute. This is the condition. When an object shot from the bottom of a long smooth inclined plane kept at an angle of 60 degree, there's a first two cases is there. Case first, when they are sorted at an angle of theta 1 is equal to 60 degree. Let this angle is theta with the horizontal, it can travel a distance of x1. So this is the first condition, we travel a distance of x1. Let me just 1 minute. And this is the second case. Just 1 minute. This is the second case. So this is about second case, right? So first condition they have said theta 1 is equal to 60 degree, and in the second case they are saying theta is equal to case second. This is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is x2 travel, and this theta 2 become 30 degree, and here theta 1 60 degree. Initially they provide velocity. After traveling a distance x1, their final velocity become 0. This is also they providing initial velocity, their final velocity become 0. This is our x1, this is our x1, this is our x2, right? This is the condition, and you know acceleration is basically minus g sine theta. This is inclined plane, you know this thing, right? So v square is equal to u square plus 2as. The final velocity become 0. Initial velocity is, let I provide u square plus 2 times acceleration is minus g sine theta, and distance travel is x1, right? So I see that x1 is basically u square upon 2g. x1 is basically 2g sine theta. This is 2t sine theta 1, and in the similar way you can also see that x2 is also comes out to be u square upon 2g sine theta 2. So from that we can conclude that the x1 is inversely proportional to, from this we can conclude that the x distance is inversely proportional to angle theta, right? So this question is like now they are just asking the ratio of x1 by x2, means x1 by x2 is equal to sine theta 2 by sine theta 1, and we know that sine theta 2 is basically sine 30 degree and sine theta 1 is basically sine 60 degree. So here x1 by x2 is equal to sine 30 degrees 1 by 2 and sine 60 degrees root 3 by 2. So here you see 2 so 2 cancel, so here left is 1 by root 3. So here x1 by x2 is equal to 1 by root 3. Getting my point? So you understand that in this question what they're asking. In this question, when an object from the bottom of an inclined plane, they gave an initial velocity, right? And they travel a distance x1 when their angle is 60 degree. And then after that, what they do, they decrease the angle 30 degree. And then they say that what is the distance travel x2. So, and then after that, they are asking the ratio of x1 by x2. So, which option is correct? Option D is correct. You understand now? You don't have any doubts now? So, this is the basic question. Now I proceed to the next question. The x and y coordinates of a particle at any time t is given, right? And x and y are in meter and t is in second. The acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 2 seconds. They are asking acceleration of the particle. So they have given position in x direction minus 2 square. So here velocity comes out to be 5 minus 4t, and x direction, acceleration in x direction is 0 minus 4. So acceleration in x direction is minus 4 meter per second square. Y is basically 10t. So here velocity in y direction is 10, acceleration in y direction is 0. So net acceleration is basically minus 4 I cap plus 0 j cap. So here you see that net acceleration is basically minus 4 square. So that magnitude of acceleration is comes out to be 4 meter per second square. Getting my point? So 4 meter per second square. Okay, so in this they are not asking magnitude. You can directly say our net acceleration is, don't find this is a magnitude. So directly you say your acceleration is minus 4 I cap, means minus 4 meter per 4 meter per second square. So which option is correct? Option B. Option B is correct. Right. Our next question, if the magnitude of sum of two vectors is equal to the magnitude of difference of two vectors, then the angle between these two vectors is. So this is a basic question. They are saying that if A vector plus B vector, if the sum of two vector is equal to the if the magnitude of sum of two vector is equal to the magnitude of the difference of two vector, then the angle between them is, you know, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. That is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So here A square cancel, B square cancel. So here comes out to be 4AB cos theta is equal to 0. So cos theta is equal to 0. So here theta is equal to 90 degree. So here theta comes out to be 90 degree. So which option? Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Just 1 minute. Option D is correct. So shall I proceed for a next question? Yeah. This is from 2016. A particle moves so that its position vector is given by, and which of the following is correct? They are asking velocity is perpendicular to r vector and acceleration is directed towards the origin. Velocity is perpendicular to r vector. So the first task is this is they have given position vector. They have given position vector cos omega t x cap plus sine omega t by cap. So they are asking velocity vector. Velocity vector is basically minus omega sine omega t x cap plus omega cos omega t by cap. And then after that, they are saying that velocity is perpendicular to position vector. So we can find if their resultant comes out to be 0. So this is correct. So you know this, if I take the dot product of it, that comes out to be omega sine omega t cos omega t plus omega sine omega t cos omega t. That comes out to be 0. Means we can say that the velocity vector and position vector is equal to 0. Means velocity vector and position vector are perpendicular, right? And then after that, what they are asking, velocity and acceleration. Then first we can also find acceleration vector. Acceleration vector, how we find? Again, do differentiation with respect to time. So this comes out to be omega square cos omega t x cap minus omega square sine omega t by cap. So here you see velocity and acceleration vector. If I say velocity vector and acceleration vector, that comes out to be omega q cos omega t sine omega t minus omega q sine omega t cos omega t. So here you see that this also comes out to be 0. So we can also conclude that the velocity vector and acceleration vector is also 0. Means velocity vector and acceleration vector is also perpendicular to each other. Velocity is perpendicular to r vector and acceleration directed towards the horizon. Velocity is perpendicular to r vector. So in this question, what they are saying, a particle is given. Which of the following statement is correct? Velocity vector and velocity is perpendicular to r vector. Acceleration is directed away from the origin. Velocity and acceleration both are parallel to r vector. Oh, just 1 minute. We have done everything fine now. Velocity, so what I it is sine omega square cos omega t, and this become minus omega square sine omega t. So here you see that if I do this thing, omega q sine omega t cos omega t, and then after that again I do, so this is minus omega q sine omega t. So what the thing is going to happen, velocity is perpendicular to r vector, and here you also see that the acceleration, here acceleration vector is basically minus omega square. If I say omega square r vector, means acceleration is this acceleration is also directed towards the origin. It is like this. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. So which option is correct? Velocity is perpendicular to r vector. So option first is correct. You see that this acceleration is also directed towards the origin and velocity is perpendicular to r vector. So option first is correct. This is a good question, like you can directly see and then conclude this, right? And if in the question, if multiple select question is there, na, so here velocity is perpendicular to, velocity and acceleration both are perpendicular to r. Oh, not possible. Velocity and acceleration are perpendicular to each other. So this is also not possible. This is also not possible. This is also not possible, right? So you understand this question is quite good question, I say that. And they are checking all your knowledge. If a vector a vector and b vector are a function of time, then the value of time t at which both are orthogonal to each other means we have to find that time at which both are orthogonal to each other, means we have to take dot product of it and then find the time at which they are perpendicular to each other, right? So a vector dot a vector, so this become cos omega t by 2, right? And then after that sine omega t and omega t means sine square omega t is equal to 0. Okay, then what they're saying that the time at which both are orthogonal to each other. So what I do? Actually, I think here mistake is going to happen. Actually, here in the printing, like omega t by 2 is also coming. That's why I think what the error is going to happen. So if I take the dot product cos omega t by 2 sine omega t sine omega t by 2 is equal to 0. And you know the identity that cos a minus b is equal to cos a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sine a sine b. So here I can apply this identity. Cos a means omega t minus omega t by 2. Omega t minus omega t by 2, that is equal to 0. So here you can also see that cos omega t minus omega t by 2 and cos 0 at cos pi by 2. So here cos to cos cancel. Then omega t, that is omega t by 2 minus omega t, that is equal to pi by 2. So here omega t by 2 is equal to pi by 2, right? 2 से 2 cancel. So here time is at time at which this thing is going to happen, that is pi by omega. Getting my point? Pi by omega. So option first is correct. Actually, the question mistake is going to happen in this question. What is going, like they are saying cos omega t by 2 I cap plus sine omega t by 2 j cap. That's why I think how is this going to happen and how we can find this. Now getting my point? Understand? Orthogonal means their dot product is 0. Right. So this is the question. The position vector of a particle as a function of time is t is given by this, where r is in meter, t is in second, I and j are denotes unit vector along x and y direction. Which of the following statement is wrong for the motion of a particle? So this question, like they check all the knowledge of your motion in a plane. 4 sine 2 pi t I cap plus 4 cos 2 pi t j cap. Magnitude of the velocity. First you have to find velocity. So what you do differentiation with respect to time. You do differentiation with respect to time, right? So 4, this become 2 pi cos 2 pi t I cap. Here sine cos become minus sine, so this negative come 2 pi sine 2 pi t j cap. So here velocity vector is comes out to be 8 pi cos 2 pi t I cap minus 8 pi sine 2 pi t j cap, right? So here velocity vector is coming, and now you have to find the magnitude of velocity vector. So if you find the magnitude of velocity vector, that comes out to be, I don't think the magnitude of the velocity vector is comes out to be. So if you find the magnitude of it, how we find magnitude? You know this thing, 8 pi square cos square 2 pi t plus 8 pi square sin square 2 pi t. So this comes out to be, basically, if you find the magnitude of it, so if I take common of it 8 pi square, so here is sin square 2 pi t plus cos square 2 pi t. So here comes out to be this sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equal to 1, and this comes out to be square root outside, so this becomes 8 pi meter per second. So which option is correct? In this question, getting wrong question, wrong option. So option first is the wrong question. So we don't have to do any hard work directly. First option is the correct. So I proceed for the next question. So I think I will do this question in the next class. Right? You getting my point? So till now I think we have completed 2015 question. Till now we have completed 2020-25 question. Now in the next video I do all the other question, and I try to make short videos, half an hour videos, so that you cannot bore these videos, and you can easily complete all the PYQs, right? And you can use also 1.5 speed, so that you can easily revise all the PYQs by topic wise, right? If you have any doubts or if you feel comfortable, you can also comment in the videos, and you can ask any doubts regarding that. Okay, thank you so much. I will meet in the next video. Hope you are doing very well, and if you have any doubts regarding that, you can comment, or you can also join my Telegram channel, and you can also message me personally. Okay, bye.